Guys, right now we're going to continue our project implementing our reply feature. So inside our view email, there should be a button wherein from an existing inbox we're gonna create a new button somewhere here, and this implements the reply functionality. So to implement that, let's go. Right now I'm here in my inbox.js, and we're gonna go look for our email. Just below this archive button, we're gonna create this code using or implementing this pseudocode. So we're gonna take care of this later inside a function, and we just right now just need to create a button. So we're gonna create dynamically a button using create element to be a button, and we're going to assign it into a variable we name reply btn. It will be a name of, we're gonna name this as reply. Then we're gonna add an event listener here, and this will be a listener for click event, that every time this button is gonna click, we're gonna execute a function. So this will be a arrow function, the email or reply email called, and this accepts the email, everything about the email here, the single row email that we created. So for that to reflect lastly, we're gonna append this to our parent, to our div. So our container that append child, and this is reply btn. So right now we're gonna create this prepare reply. So this function, we do it on the last part of our inbox.js file, and this is a function that accepts an email parameter wherein we're gonna go implement this pseudocode. So let's open our compose view first by accessing our compose email. So how does this work? Where is this compose email located? So this compose email is the same function that we created a while ago. This compose email is triggered by clicking our compose button here, compose, and this function is executed. Remember, we're gonna use this pre-built compose emails and append the necessary data for our reply. Since it uses the same pattern, we're gonna implement that. Then first we need to make a simple validation wherein our compose recipients must be selected. So first we're gonna document that query selector and target our compose recipients, and its value we're gonna assign using our email sender, meaning inside this object we're gonna look for a props called sender, and every time that we prepare reply this email, we're gonna populate an input field named compose recipients into its value based on the email sender props. It's located here in compose recipients, the one. This from is already pre-populated using our compose email, and this time we're populating this two using the sender variable. So this is gonna be pre-populated. Next is our subject and body. So right now in our So let's first assign this subject into the email subject or field, and let's first check there should be no duplicate re. Usually re in emails symbolize. So what this line code means that every time the user types re, we're gonna prevent that the user types nested res, because if we do not allow it, the system is gonna catch this as this re, then the subject sample fixing error. It will be put inside our database in this kind of manner, so we're gonna trap that. Since this is a reply email, every reply email must be pre-populated using the re and the subject that has been the subject that has been clicked. We're not allowed to just randomly type a new email. And since we're done with that, we're gonna assign this to our document.query selector. It's the name of our subject again. Here, compose subject, and its value must be our subject. Let's see. So once we click that, compose must be declared. What is this? 237. Oh, we failed to enclose this in a quotation. Let's try again. Meaning once we click this and reply, ooh, this should be re. Oh, I forgot to place an not. So if the subject starts with re, false, meaning if this does not start with re, we're gonna assign it there. Let's try reply re 7. There you go. Then we're gonna pre-populate the body template. The body template simply is getting our query selector for our body, compose body, and assigning it a value of, since this is a reply email, we should reference also the timestamps of our email, also who is the sender. Then we declare the body. So this is a mix of three things. We're gonna format this into a format. Since we are using and calling the email variables inside, we're gonna use backtick, and inside this backtick we're gonna say on, let's say this is the email dot timestamp, and we're gonna call our email sender, and our email sender wrote something. We're gonna say it as this. Let's put an extra space for indentation purposes, and we're gonna reference our email body. Once we're done with that, let's just put an extra new line and say reply above this line, something like a real world reply message looks like. Then once we're done with that, let us look what's its sample like this. Oh, it's indented, and it's adding we don't need new line, and we're deleting the indentation. Let's try this one more time. Reply, this is our body. Okay, there you go. Let's add styling, inline styling for our reply btn, the same as this, 10 pixels. There you go. Let's test if this works. Hello, this is a template. Once we're done with that, we're gonna submit. We have an internal server error. Also, it's not a valid JSON. This happens because our from is the same as our to. Our sender is the same as our recipient. So we're gonna try another email. We're gonna reply into, let's say this as hello. Let's check if this works. This thing here in our compose email, we forget to put a headers. That's why the JSON is failing parsing. Content type application JSON. Let's try this one more time. Submit. This still. So if this is a internal server error, meaning our Django server should show why it is wrong. Here, this is our error. Sir, username email means we had settled the wrong merge conflict. This must be username. Here in views should be username. Where is that? Username. I had merged the wrong data. Oh, this should be the one. For in emails, username, we're just gonna call this username since we call it as username. Then we try this. Let's say reply, send successfully. Really? So it went to our sent. We are redirected to our sent page. This is not properly formatted. The reply, because we encountered a wrong formatting, we wrote our code wrong during this body. Let's go to our body. Just need to put a new line here. Let's just say this. Once we're done with that, we're gonna try this again. Let's see if this is now properly indented. Let's try. Reply sent must not contain reply button. This is a bug. Reply btn should not be contained in our inbox. Let's try this and reply. Oh, we had log out. Okay, reply. This should be below. Let's submit. Still not properly rendering. Meaning this one reply showed this reply above this line separator, wherein we need to only show hi and hello. How are we gonna do that? We're gonna need to only say the reply as hello. And we also need to remove this reply button here in send. So this view email ID is showing wrong, but since what we have written is really as this kind of style, we just need to edit our view email. So where is our view email? So just below this put update, we're gonna handle this separator, handle separator before our email container is pre-populated. Let's catch our body, and then we're gonna have a logic here that if our body has this substring, meaning includes separator, we're gonna execute a code which is our body should trim this or split. Trim is for white space. We should split our separator and trim the white spaces. Let's go with that. Let's try if this removes our separator. Let's go to our send. It's still here. Why? I don't understand. We refactored our separator using ternary. It's already here. Let's try. Hello 3, let's retry. Hello 3, this is still. Right now it's showing. It's just that here HTML does not execute the new lines, but when you reply it shows proper. Oh, also in new email, when you reply, this must not show. Okay, so we're gonna remove the reply button and also show remove every time we click. If our mailbox is sent, our reply button should. Let's try this. But when I try to reply, let's see. When I try to reply, is this correct? That when I try to reply, this shows. So every time reply button is click. So when we execute reply at event listener, prepare reply. So here in prepare reply, we go here and add this archive button is hide. Okay, why does this show? This is wrong because our prepare reply must only prepare reply. Separation of concerns